Hey there. Imagine this. You're making minimum payments on a giant credit card bill, but every year the interest grows faster than your income. Now imagine that credit card bill is $34 trillion. That's where the US government stands today. So here's the question. How does the richest country on earth owe more than it earns and still function? And what happens when the interest alone becomes too much to pay? In this video, we'll break down why US debt is skyrocketing, what traps the government is stuck in, why this affects you directly, and how smart investors can prepare. Let's get into it. Section 1. How did the US get so deep in debt? The US didn't go $34 trillion into debt overnight. It built up over decades through military spending, wars, defense budgets, tax cuts without spending cuts, financial bailouts, 2008, 2020, COVID stimulus and rescue packages, rising healthcare and social security costs. For years, this wasn't a big issue. Interest rates were low and global demand for U.S. Treasury bonds was high. But now, rates are up, spending is still high, and debt is growing faster than the economy. Section 2. What is the debt trap? A debt trap is when your debt grows faster than your income. For the U.S. government, it looks like this. The more debt they have, the more they pay in interest. The more interest they pay, the less money is left for essentials. To cover the gap, they borrow more. And the cycle repeats. This is not sustainable forever. In 2024, the U.S. is spending over $1 trillion per year on interest payments alone. That's more than it spends on defense or education, and rising interest rates make it worse. Section 3. What happens when debt grows too big? Debt isn't just a number. It has real-world effects. 1. Crowding out. When the government borrows too much, it crowds out private borrowing. Businesses and people find it harder to get loans or pay more to get them. Higher taxes, eventually. To pay the debt, taxes may rise in the future. This could mean higher income taxes, higher capital gains taxes, fewer deductions. 3. Inflation pressure. Governments that can't raise enough in taxes may print more money. This leads to inflation, shrinking the value of your savings. 4. Weaker dollar. Over time, too much debt and money printing reduces confidence in the dollar long term. Section. Why the U.S. can get away with it. For now, the U.S. has two big advantages. 1. It controls the world's most trusted currency. Countries need dollars to trade, so they keep buying U.S. debt. 2. It can print its own money. If needed, the Fed can buy bonds and create money to cover debt. This gives the U.S. flexibility that no other country has. But it's not a free pass forever. Too much printing equals inflation. Too much debt equals doubt in repayment. If the world stops trusting U.S. debt, interest rates rise even more, and the debt trap tightens. Section 5. Who actually owns U.S. debt? As of 2024, the U.S. government owes money to foreign governments, approximately $7 trillion. China and Japan hold over $2 trillion combined. The U.S. public, approximately $6 trillion, via Treasury bonds. The Federal Reserve, approximately $5+ trillion. Itself, the rest is intragovernmental, like Social Security trust funds. This means American retirees, foreign governments, and big investors are all counting on the U.S. to pay up. If confidence in U.S. repayment weakens, it ripples across the entire world. Section 6. What it means for you. Government debt affects your life more than you realize. Here's how. 1. Lower public services. As more money goes to interest, less is left for schools, healthcare. Infrastructure. Point 2. More expensive mortgages and loans. High debt pushes up rates for car loans, credit cards, mortgages. 3. Reduced benefits in future. Medicare, Social Security, and pensions could be reduced to balance the books. 7. Can the U.S. escape the trap? There are only a few ways out. 1. Grow the economy faster than debt. If GDP grows fast, debt becomes manageable. But with aging population and slower productivity, this is hard. Point 2. Inflate the debt away. Let inflation rise so the debt becomes cheaper in real terms. But this hurts savers and fixed income earners. Raise taxes. Not politically popular, but possible. Cut spending. This means cutting government programs. Also unpopular. Section 8. What can you do about it? You can't change U.S. debt policy, but you can make smart financial moves. 1. Avoid long-term, fixed-rate bonds. If inflation rises, those lose value. 2. Invest in inflation-protected assets. Stocks, especially dividend-paying. Real estate. Gold or tips. Treasury inflation-protected securities. Diversify globally. Consider having some assets in foreign currencies. Global markets. International ETFs. 4. Stay educated on fiscal policy. Watch government budgets, interest rates, and inflation reports. Section 9. The bottom line? The U.S. is deep in debt. It's in a trap that's hard to escape without pain, but it still has unique tools and global trust for now. If you stay informed, own inflation-resistant assets, diversify wisely, you can ride out the storm while others get swept away. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and share this with someone who still thinks the national debt doesn't affect them. And remember, if you don't manage your money with the big picture in mind, the system will manage it for you.